Let's get together
and have a good old time. This is the time of our life. The time of our life. Now you see why I don't do karaoke.
You should. When was the last time you did karaoke?
When I was in college.
No way, Dex. Come on, you gotta do something now. You gotta do something more up to date. There's so many good songs out there now.
That was 20, 20, 20, 21, 22, 23. I forgot exactly when. We it was for one of my business classes. We had a big project, and it was a group project, and we got an A plus on the project.
Nice.
So I took my group out to karaoke. I know, me being a social butterfly, go fucking figure. And we did karaoke. I remember I did "Don't Bother" by Shakira. Pat Benatar, "Love Is a Battlefield."
Oh, I love that song. "Love Is a Battlefield."
Mr. Brightside by the Killers.
Oh, I'm Mr. Brightside.
I think that was it. I only did 3 songs. I wasn't about to do more than that.
Wait, how many of y'all was there?
The professor. It was a big day.
Oh wow.
We started drinking and oh shit! I just broke this shit up.
Coming out of my cage and I was doing
basically,
just fine.
oh no, I broke it.
But wait, what'd you just break?
Whoops.
Well, good thing it's not plugged in, or else you're gonna be.
All right.
You would have been showing the same lines as
I would have. Welcome to episode 2. We are live. You know what? Let me go resend all these invites again. Welcome to episode 2 of season 2
everybody.
of the Be Responsible podcast. This is your host, Dexter.
The voice that you can't get enough.
The voice that you hate hearing but can't stop listening to, sir. Get it right.
That's right.
Get it
That's
right.
Hey, listen, that's your intro.
Get it right. And then we have Mr. Sniffies over there.
Oh, not Mr. Sniffies. Come on.
Listen, we took like a 10-minute break, and you got like 30 fucking messages.
I don't know about no 30 now. I don't know about
5,
that.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
But now that we're talking about it, let me tell y'all my little intro that I have going on. So let me just go back to my profile. How you do it through hickeys. Let me put on my glasses real quick.
You know what? How come is yours set to private?
So I filtered mine out for just the view tops, of course, because I'm that bitch. I'm like, I don't want to see other bottoms. I want to see
never
other
mind.
tops.
I found you.
You can't miss me. It's
I saw it.
My whole ass.
One of the legendary Hashira of head. Okay,
that's right, son.
I see you. Oh, your little shea booty and everything.
Yeah. You like that Picasso booty to have it as an introduction? Like
practicing proper hygiene.
That's right.
Is it bleached?
Oh, no, honey. That's all natural right there.
Okay, I'm just saying.
All natural.
I don't know. It's like a sea of ass pics out of which,
I gotta clarify
like
this
the
people.
whitest out of all of them.
Yeah.
Considering, hold on.
No, the most updated pictures.
I keep forgetting
that
we're
I have.
It's
fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh no!
So the first picture is like the initial what you see in the bubble or in the circle. Mm-hmm. That's more updated, like about 3 years ago.
I'm just mad at you. I mean, it's not like a change.
It's like exactly, but everything else after that is like back in
it's
someone's 2004 or 2005.
I mean, does it look the same?
Yes.
So then you're not catfishing.
Okay,
you're
cool.
Fine.
Yeah.
You're okay.
I mean, the only thing that's different, of course, I got roly-poly-olies in the back. That kind of which level of deepness do you want to go to? Do you want to take my lower love handles? Do you want to take my middle love handles? Do you want to take it from the top? Or just grab my shoulders, or if you have like Stretch Armstrongs, like you can reach out from my neck and just kind of like put me up in the halter. But yeah. Still waiting for that Annalise moment, by the way.
What is it with you and Annalise? Is it with this Annalise situation?
So let me tell you, the first season of How to Get Away with Murder, in the first episode.
I gotta watch that show. I saw the first episode.
So do you know that scene where I forgot who was peeking into the room, but they saw Annalise being thrown up against a wall, just thrusted ridiculously by the hot cop guy.
Oh Jesus.
Listen, I just want to be picked up and just like pinned up against the wall. I've never experienced that. And that's something I really would love to experience.
You of all people haven't experienced that?
No, I haven't. Ever. I have never been picked up.
I somehow don't believe you.
No. So a lot of times it's just been me just kind of like either doggy style or turning missionary or just pretty much just yeah, or it's just like the stallion horse, just like stand up, ass up, and just like, yo, that's it, son.
No,
you're not gonna pick me up. I can hold it up from your shoulders and just like hold life, but no.
I mean, to be fair, you are voluptuous.
I am. So I do need exactly a big Texan type.
Only certain people will be up to that challenge.
I need like a 285 to 300 muscular guy to like lift me up like it's no one's business.
What is it, Atlas to carry?
Right. You know, I need me like a Hercules to kind of like.
So you might need like two
Anywhere
of them.
Anywhere I go, I can go the distance type thing, going up against the wall, but Never.
Like they never picked you up or anything.
So when it comes to friends hugging me, they pick me up, and I find it to be highly enjoyable, of course. But in a sexual setting, no, they never picked me up.
They never did what they do in the porn, is like pick you up.
Right.
Bam, bam. No.
Yeah, no. Even, wall, tree, or give me a chair. I'll take a chair. You know, just we have so many options, but no.
They didn't Velcro you to the ceiling or not?
No. And it's like, it's
considering the amount of fun you had and the situations you've been in, I find that so hard to believe.
I know. Yeah. At this point in time, if I want that wall like hike up experience, I'm just gonna have to buy a sling and just like put the sling up against the wall and just have my legs like parked up so this way I can get the wall experience, because these guys ain't doing it. They're not doing it.
You know, speaking about slings, I wonder if they get a stripper pole installed in here. Maybe like in the middle over there.
How cool would that be?
It would be. I mean, considering this is concrete, it'll be fine. It'll
hold. It'll hold up.
It would have to be over in the hallway, not here, because it would kind of like be in the way and just practice my routine. Then again, I'm kind of 6'4", so I gotta.
Did you say practice your routine, sir?
Yes.
Dex, you want to be a stripper?
I mean, it was on my bucket list a long time ago.
You want to go up on the pole and spin down and just like...
I want to have my P-Valley moment.
Okay, P-Valley moment.
I'm going to come up with some Gengar shoes that spew out poison and make them clap in the air. And then, like, you know, turn around and make the butt cheeks go, yeah, I want to have my P-Valley moment.
You're going to get your catfish nets from Telco.
Exactly. I'm going to come up looking like a black mage. And just every time I swing, a piece of it comes off until there's nothing left. I'm left in a dog.
Oh, my God. So you probably already thought about this. So what would be the first song that you strip to or dance on the pole with?
E.G.O.
E.G.O.
Put It On Me. Put It On Me.
Okay.
Is that what it is? Yeah. Is it that one?
For me, if I ever have a stripper.
Oh, Down on Me. There we go.
Down on Me.
Jeremy and 50 Cent, not J. Cole, my bad.
Jeremy and 50 Cent.
Down
awesome.
on Me.
For me, it would be Genuine's Show Off.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Show off.
You just always got to come out with like the sensual shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially with the songs that's out today, like by like SZA, Doja Cat, and what's her name? I can't remember her name right now. Doechii. Yeah. Like right now, like with the songs out tonight, oh my God, I would love to have a stripper pole inside my like living room or anywhere and just kind of like
strip to anxiety.
Right?
Oh, what?
What is my anxiety? And you just like see it spinning down the pole,
exactly.
And like picking back up and
spit Adderall at people
right?
From my mouth. There you
Not
go.
The Adderall.
Like, there you go. Join me.
I love Doechii, by the way. Like I you know what? When it comes to Doechii, she's so refreshing. Her. She's so refreshing. She's so like, and it's like. How do I say? It's like listening to like a fresh Jay-Z or Nas album. It's like hearing Kanye West's first album.
College Dropout?
Well, it was a College Dropout? Yeah, it was College Dropout. Mm-hmm. Like hearing College Dropout. And, you know, one of the things that, you know,
Was it? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was college dropout. Because the second one was late registration.
Yeah.
After late registration was
Then
graduation.
yeah.
After graduation was 808 Heartbreak. After 808 Heartbreak was Dark Twisted Fantasy.
That was one of my favorites.
And then I lost him after Dark Twisted Fantasy. And it was,
yeah, when he came out with that last one, he started kind of. I mean, I still think he's a genius. He's a little crazy, but
he's just off of his meds, and he purposely took himself off of his bipolar, which I'm now questioning to be his autism medications.
Listen, as someone who was in mental health treatment and so on and so, I don't blame him. The meds is, it's a process. It's a process. Sometimes they help, sometimes it doesn't help. When you take them for too long, you start feeling less human and more like a patient and test subject. So. So let's see, I have 1, 2, yeah, 1, 2, 3. As someone who has been on 4 of them, I'm not gonna say which one. Currently taking 3.
Okay.
I kind of don't blame them. You go through a phase where you it's just not it.
No, for sure.
It's just not it.
For sure. And I love the fact that Doechie's a part of our community as well. It's like, oh my gosh, a queer artist. It's like, thank God.
You think she's an industry plant? Because that's one thing I keep seeing when it comes to her. A lot of the comments and stuff. Because I know people will be people.
Right.
And whenever someone new comes out and they have that hype and that popularity, the first thing they always say is like, oh, she's an industry plant, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, okay. No, well, she came out during an award ceremony when she was giving Gaga her award for kind of like the best artist in the century, decades. And so she's like, as a queer person, I was like, oh, and then she was handing Gaga her award. I was like, oh man, this is great. So it actually explains why, the Straits was giving when she said that how during like a discussion of taking shots is like, oh, the one thing that I fear the most are straight men, and the straight men just wheel themselves out, proving Doechie's point. And it's like, oh yeah, and straights get into their feelings dumb easy, and so and so they was like, oh, this is why we can't be men, and this is why we can't, this is why we have issues and insecurities of being a provider for the family.
No, you have like
get out of here, get the fuck out. It was like, really, girl, really, hair flip, really, like.
Let's pull out the receipts. Let's keep it consistent. Really?
Because let's be honest, like, don't get me wrong, I got some straight dudes out there that is like I hold dearly to my heart. But come on, who like straights done more destructive shit and not like helpful shit than a gay man. A gay man have done more for the community. They have done more for like, the livelihood of the next fucking human being. To the straights, not to say that there aren't straights out there that's doing the work and making sure that the next person is getting just as much, if not more, than them. But if you put them on a roster, sweetheart, or the Libra scale, the gays are heavier. Like, the gays are like definitely giving. And it's like they definitely are like being the provider for like just the mental, the physical, and the spiritual health of every other man out there. Straights are just kind of like stuck narrow of, let me get this bread and this money, and if I make a certain amount of money, then I could just like live good or provide for my family. And that's just it. Black and gray, white chalked line, and that's no more. They don't wish to kind of like to do more, to be more. So when Doechii was like, yeah, straight men are the ones I'm afraid of the most, because oh yeah, look what you guys doing. Look what you guys do. You condescend women, which baffles me.
I mean, that's I think that's just men in period.
Fucking baffles me. Women, black women, you coming after the sisters, and they've been doing 20 times more than any other straight BIPOC man could ever do.
I haven't heard that word in a while.
BIPOC, right? Because I'm catching all the, making sure I'm mentioning all the colors here, from brown, black, and even light skin.
Your age is showing. Your age.
I know.
Your age is showing.
No, but it's like, women are doing it, are doing the things that kind of like what is to be expected of our brothers, and And then the bros are like, oh, but you're not giving me the stuff I want, or it's like, oh, I'm not feeling the love, or you're not giving me sex, or you're not bringing it to the table. Bring it to the table?
What?
What? You have to bring to the table? You just can't be mutually just like, yo, we're just two human beings. Right. We're just two human beings trying to make it through life. And, you're going to be emotionally drained, and I want to be here to pick you up. And when you're emotionally drained, I want to be here, not just your provider for materialistic things, but for emotionally, I want to be that support for you. And I want to hear about your day. And I want to hear that, what projects you have going on. And I want to pick you up on a spiritual level. And I don't want you to feel like you're going throughout this world, having to, go against the grain, which is automatically given to you. I'm so sorry. But, I want to be here to know that I'll always be here to lift you up. That's all. But no, did she cook? Did she clean? Did she take care of the kids? Did she give me loving? Did she pack up my lunch for tomorrow before I go to work? The fuck?
Go in the kitchen, make me a sandwich.
Right. Go in the kitchen and make me a sandwich. And it's just like, that shit is like, it gets me. It's like, yo, you got yourself a gorgeous woman who is the whole package in itself. And you're just not, you're treating her like a subhuman. Come on.
No, the camera's dying.
With this camera?
Yeah. You done charging your phone?
Yes.
Or just plug the charger into the side of the camera right. I'm like, why is it making that sound like, oops, technical difficulties.
Wait, did you move the cord? Cause
you know what? There is.
You gotta love this, guys. This is
live. I might have.
So wait, this is a fancy little iPhone 16?
No, so basically you one of the built-in features is that you can connect your iPhone camera to the MacBook. No, this one right here.
Okay.
And you can use it as an alternate camera, as a kind of like stream camera. Oh, here it is. Only reason why I found out was because Sosa told me. I was like,
okay. That's why it's good to have a youngin on the team.
People underestimate him, but he's smart. He's smart.
He's very smart.
He's
super creative.
Mm-hmm.
Super creative. I really enjoy Sosa.
He decided to do other things today instead of joining us, but it's fine. It's cool.
We still love him.
We listen and we don't.
We listen and we don't judge.
It's okay. I will.
So what about you, Dexter? Do you have a message for the straights? What's your message to the straights? Get it together.
Stay in your lane.
Get it together, straights.
Stay in your lane. Do I? No, just stay in your lane. It's like, And cry and hug a tree. You're going to be okay. I mean, I don't know. That's okay. Now you're giving them too much credit.
Express vulnerability.
I'm gonna need you to lower your expectations because
you're a man, even though you're crying. You're a man, even though you told your next bro that you love them. You're a man, even though that you can't provide, but yet you're working to find ways. You're a man if you just take the time to meditate and just like feel your emotions.
See, that's okay. See, I don't really interact with the straights like that, except for work and so on and so forth. I really don't. Besides you guys, I really don't fucking interact with anybody.
Oh my gosh, I was coming from the gym today, right? And it's like, straight banter is everywhere in the gym, or at least try to be or pretend to be. I don't know, tell me about that. So one of the things that one of them said is that, what was the thing that they said? So they said that like, if you don't go to Philly and get yourself a Philly cheesesteak, that's like going to a whorehouse asking a whore for a hug.
The fuck?
Listen, okay? I was like, wait, what? That's like, why are you at the whorehouse if you ain't gonna, get yourself some pussy? So then my thing was
maybe
like,
because you went there for companionship.
I'm like, I'm sorry. Did we not watch Games of Thrones? Did we not see Khaleesi's soldiers who were eunuchs come into the whorehouse just to fucking cuddle?
Exactly.
And it's like in that they just want to connect with, like, even though they can't have sexual anything with them, they just want to connect with another body.
Most of the clients that I had when I was younger didn't do anything. They just wanted to complain about the basic shit, like, oh, my wife is a bitch and she don't do it.
Right.
Like, oh, okay. I'm like, oh, look, your hours up, 500, let's go.
And it's like the important, and then I didn't even bother to see like how young or how old these people were, for the fact that this is just like
walked away from it.
Listen, okay, just take my tight jean pants and my roly poly olies that show my tits and my love handles out
I
the
know
building.
you
Like,
came here with that
with
Harbor
the
Fitness swag. You came in here with the hoodie and everything. I'm like, oh, okay.
But my sweater is definitely giving, like, you can put my boobs together and just like do something in the
You
middle.
and them boobs, you just.
Listen, it's been sucked, so I can show them off.
I'm gonna get you a top piece next time, so you can look like every generic NPC in MMO.
Oh my
with the cleavage all the way out here.
Listen, okay.
And I'm just gonna dip a carrot in there.
Just call me Barra from this point.
Oh no!
If you see a drawing of me in your next Barra comic, then that's definitely
Be
me.
like Rashid has wares if you have the coins.
Okay, listen.
Are you okay now?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
I just want to make sure you let it all out.
Yeah, I just,
It seemed like you had some pent up thing with the straights, and let's talk about it. What did the straights do to you?
I think what the straights been doing, and they haven't like learned the history as far as like what they could do to be better. But nope. But when you have like immediate things of the present moment of bills and mortgages and car rent and car notes and stuff like that, I guess who cares about your intellectual emotions and feelings?
Do you think they'll get better?
Ooh, say that again.
Do you think that? Oh wait, was that rhetorical? Do you think that they'll get better?
Yes. I'm still highly optimistic that it will come at a point in time that they will get better. Only reason why is
before or after Sosa has kids?
Oh, that's a good question. If not with Sosa, then Sosa's kids for sure.
Okay.
Only because like Sosa's generation is very expressive and they do have conversation and they communicate. And the younger generation are more accepting to trans than they are, and then the current millennials and the Gen Olies, the Gen 60s.
I don't track after Gen C.
Yeah,
I'm just like okay.
Yeah, Generation X. I forgot what it's called. But anyways, the millennials, of course, there's some of us is 50-50 when it comes to trans. Like I love trans. I think they're the best thing since like sliced bread. And the younger generations are more accepting to them. But it's like the fucking baby boomers are still around like, get your trans asses. Like, oh, you're not a man, you're a whole woman. Oh, you're not a woman, you're a whole man. It's like, and it's like, yo, man, let us trans be, son. They're the most magical people like we have. Like, we should be grateful for them. But no. So I do believe like as the generation, once becomes familiar and norm with the binaries, non-binaries, and trans, that I think it could be a place for the straights that's going to be like more, there for everybody, including themselves, most firmly. But for the time being, we're just like in this conundrum of a space of will you ever just take a moment to just read a book and just like educate yourself.
I was just gonna say, or educate yourself,
right? We have all the sources. It's like, listen, when the first time when non-binaries and binaries were a thing, I instantly turned to the books. I was like reading as much books as I possibly can about them, and also when polyamorous relationships start to arise as well, I educated myself like polyamory, what it's like, what is the lingo like, how's the communication like with those that has like 4 to 5 people in the initial relationship, like and it's there, and what the thing is like instead you want to take the lazy way and ask us. What's non-binary? What's binary? What's polyamory? And if they're not asking us, then, thank God for, I guess, ChatGPT, because then they can ask that question to them and they can just educate them there. But then it's still the acceptance.
Is that what it does now? I thought it was just, I didn't know it actually like answered your questions. I just thought you told it what you wanted and it wrote whatever for you.
No, let me tell you, like,
I'm old school. I write all that shit.
When it comes to like the development of AI today, it's coming to the point that it's being so sewn in our own existence.
Motherfuckers are gonna have no intelligence.
That part is like gonna be the we Matrix. Are.
You seen the Animatrix?
Oh my god, the Animatrix.
Coming. Yes. Was it the second coming, part 1 and part 2? Yes. That's what we're gonna end up like.
Exactly.
We're gonna end up like the Animatrix.
It's so sewn in. It's like even at my job.
Well, some of you people, because I'm old school.
Right. Some of us old schools, we still know how to write cursive.
Because then, like, I don't get the push for it. Like, I get it. It helps
for conveniency.
But then it's going into a direction where it does the work for you.
Exactly.
And you're not doing anything besides just telling it what to do.
Why should I?
So what are you learning and how are you developing as a human being and how are you developing your actual intellect and
why do I have to do that? As long as you're making my money and I'm making over $100,000, then I don't have to worry about these trivial things or how to write a proper sentence to not piss off a person who wants to buy my product. It's like,
I don't blame people who do it for their resumes, but at the same time, it's like,
nah, son, this is like really in corporate. Like my boss's boss, I spoke to them, just asking them about the company and kind of like things that they're kind of looking for in the general work ethic process. And then a lot of times, and a majority, if not 50, if not more percent of that, of the conversation was like, well, you should, get ChatGPT or download these other AI applications to do this work for you. The director of a whole organization, she's telling me. Right, she's not telling me to refer back to some of your creative ways of what got you this job.
She
no,
said, go to
ChatGPT. Go to your AI. Go to your, whichever AI that you're feeling most comfortable with. Pick your poison and do the work and get it done. And if you have to stay past 5 o'clock, boo boo, then you have to stay past 5 o'clock to keep your job. And I appreciate her straightforwardness. And she was just being real because I told her, firstly, keep it real with me, from human to human. And she did. She did. I said, first, be frank, keep it real with me, no sugarcoating. What are you looking for? She said, if you have to use these tools, use them because because we don't have no time to fix, these mitoos mistakes. So
you never have time.
You never have time. And then you know what? Time. Like as a 9-to-5er.
We never have fucking time.
As a 9-to-5er and a weekend warrior when it comes to my MMORPGs.
I don't miss those. Honestly, I don't miss the 9-to-5.
It's
I
like
work overnight.
Right.
I do not miss at all.
The 9-to-5s is like, and it's not funny, but it's sad really that a lot of them feels the same feelings of I'm not doing enough or I'm not getting the work done on time. And so they have this obligation, this illusionary obligation to stay past 5 o'clock to make sure that the deadlines were given in before they can go home. And by the time they get home, it's like, somebody's 8 o'clock? 8 o'clock, and then from there, you're just like hoping that you have like a frozen dinner or like food from last night that you can warm up so you can eat. Yeah, it's like, and no, and then of course now people are being very super creative to like break off that 9-to-5, and it's super easy to break away from the 9-to-5, but it's just that leap of faith. Believe in your creation. You can build whatever, and people will come. Just like in that cartoon Tiny Toons. When what was it, Plucky or Shirley? I want to say it was Plucky.
Tiny Toons.
Yeah, Tiny Toons. Remember the episode of Tiny Toons with Plucky, and then Plucky was asking like God or like the universe, like, what do I do? How do I do this? And then all the universe kept on telling Plucky is that if you build it, they will come. And he's like, okay, but I did this and I did that, and it's still, and all it said is if you build it, they will come. And then
I want to go watch Pinky and the Brain now. Pinky and the Brain.
Oh, I love Pinky and the Brain. One is a genius, the other's insane. Laboratory mice, the genes has its place. The Pinky and the Brain. So and I think it's like there's nothing that you can do, or there's nothing you can't do really that that's not gonna produce productivity and produce like a way of living for yourself. We're stuck in this whole mindset of I have to go to the 9-to-5 and this way I can pay the bill and live by check. But if you just kind of like break away to what excites your heart, then money isn't an issue. And a lot of time we're gravitating towards the numbers, which I understand because bills is bills. But the second that you kind of like be in this energy of abundance, it's like you don't have to worry about that and just like be creative. But it's like, of course, what is your niche? What is your creativity? What is something that you know that you uniquely can do, that you can provide, and to build off of that and let that be your asset that takes that makes you more money than your current job, your present job, whether it's overnight or 9-to-5. Yeah.
You sound like those Google ads. that be coming on. Like I too can help you make 600K a year if you follow my
no.
this,
Buy
and
my
the
ebook. Buy my ebook, and
exactly.
you
Watch the
too
whole
can
video.
break away.
By the
Do
end of
you
the
ever feel that you never make enough money? Is your car note due? Like.
Follow the Bayesian plan to get.
I hate that. I hate how and when you watch something that you're generally interested in, it's like, do you feel this way? Do you feel that way? And that goes on for a solid fucking 2 hours before they get to their product. Well, with a simple plan of $19.95, you can.
For the beginning,
Seriously, all right? Can we get to come on?
Like we didn't have the engagement.
And the seminar is just as worse. The seminars are just like when those who pays the money to go to the seminar, they just like copy and paste and they're just repeating the same stuff again. It's like, yo, you literally said this in that 45-minute video, and now I'm hearing you saying it right now at the seminar, but I get to shake your hand.
56 other people I do not care
what?
about. Like, sir, is this a pyramid scheme? No.
Yes.
Do I need to get money up front? Like, no, we just need your soul. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's what it is. Okay.
I guess I don't need that. You know, I've been alive for this long. You know?
I have this piece left.
You can have that part.
For those that think that all gays go to hell, like if those people who have that mindset, could you imagine? Is like, let's say for instance, we do happen to let's say miraculously end up in hell because we can't end up in heaven. That say it's like, yo, my brother, yo, what's going on, Dexter? Yo, hey, what's up? All right, we do having this in the background. Have fun.
I'm like, what's the temperature like down here? I'm like, isn't that your mom? Like, yeah. Like, oh no.
Can I go to Los level where it's kind of cold? Because it's kind of hot right now.
No, we don't turn the weather up. We don't turn the weather down. It's always hot in here.
Did you ever play that video game Dante's Inferno?
Yes.
Remember
I saw the movie too. They had an animated movie.
Yeah, I didn't see the animated film, but I definitely played the video game.
It was a low budget.
Yeah, I can only but imagine.
It was very low budget.
The very last level of hell was cold.
7th.
Yeah, it was the 7th. It was cold, and who was it? It was Ulysses, not Ulysses.
Well, they do say a cold day in hell.
Ulysses, Hades Town. What's his name? What's his name that he turned back to around because he wasn't sure if Hades had let Ulysses follow him out to the exit of hell, and then when he turned back to look at Ulysses, she got sucked back in. Oh fuck! I'm really good with my Greek mythology. Usually, but this is really drawing a blank line. Not Hermes. Ulysses and. Excuse me, I'm gonna look at my phone for 2 seconds. Ulysses.
I was trying to find it, but I couldn't. Oh no, I failed.
Aphrodite's child, Ulysses, Hermes, Godfather. Okay. Thank you. Let me go to ChatGPT now. Let me stop.
Hey, ChatGPT.
Orpheus. No. Let me just. I think it's Orpheus. Orpheus and Eurydice. Yeah, it's Orpheus. Thank you. So Orpheus, have you heard of that story, by the way?
No, I heard of Morpheus.
No, Morpheus is Matrix.
Orpheus, I only remember because of Persona.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So Eurydice. Okay. So
I don't know for being.
So probably those out there probably already know about the story, but in case you don't know about the story,
sure.
Eurydice and Orpheus. So Orpheus was a demigod. He was the parents of these like the two. Well, Greek god was I believe is Aphrodite, and Aphrodite fell in love with a human. Had Orpheus. Orpheus, he has a special ability where when he plays songs, the trees would go. So this is during the time where pretty much Persephone, who was like the goddess of kind of like nature, love, and fertility, right? Persephone would like come up and she would bring spring wherever she walks around. So Hades fell in love with Persephone and took her for his own. And when she left,
straight man,
right? I know, right? When she left to go down to Hades, hell, that's when winter would come and rain would come and get cold and there's no thing. But once every year he let Persephone goes and do her thing, and then she brings like spring and summer and it feels great and it feels awesome. So one day, Hades took her a little bit too early. He brought her, he dragged her ass right back down, and then so Eurydice, who's kind of like a muse to Orpheus, and Orpheus got inspiration just off of her beauties and look, and so now like Persephone's gone. He's trying to like impress Eurydice by playing music. Whenever he played music, a plant would grow or grass would grow. And so one day Eurydice go outside during like snowy and weather. She's like she's tired of this cold, and then Hades showed up, and then so Hades was like, "Hey, what's going on, boo?" It's like, yeah, it's kind of nice where I'm at. It's nice and warm and toasty. I can show you a little something, something. Just come down here with me.
Oh no.
So Eurydice was like,
is that how it really works?
Right, it is. So Eurydice was like, yeah, but my man is really working on this song. That's really doing something. And he's like, don't worry about your dude. Man. Like, fuck your man. Just come back down here real quick. I'll take care of you. I'll take care of you. Like, you look pretty. So Eurydice is like, all right, bet. I'm just tired of being hungry and cold, so let me just come with you. Comes down, right, with Hades. Hades is trying to make Persephone, like, jealous. And then Persephone's like, whatever, I know this is your side chick. This doesn't faze me for nothing. And then ends and have Eurydice now one of, like, the damn souls that's, like working forever down in Hades' hell. So she's stuck. Orpheus is like, where's my muse? Where's my boo? Hades took her. I'm going to venture. So Orpheus now, he travels all the way down in Hades' hell. He goes through obstacles, shits, and loops. He meets up with Hades, Persephone, and see Eurydice is chained up working on some rocks and some shit. And so it's like, if I play you a song that make you cry, Hades, you gotta let my girl go.
Ooh.
Hades is like, you ain't gonna play no song. You don't know no song gonna make me cry. What song you gonna play?
The song of our people.
What song you gonna play? And then
he played Despacito, Despacito.
And then he plays like the Beyonce song is like, baby, I love you if you want my love. So anyways, Hades gets so moved by Orpheus' song and it's like start crying. And he's like, I haven't cried in like centuries. And then Hades says, all right, fucker, you made me cry. But I'll give you this. I'll give you a girl. I'll give you a girl, but I'm promising you, as a god, that you can walk out of here and your girl's right behind you. But if you doubt me for 1 second, if you turn around and don't believe that your girl's behind you, that ass is mine.
Oh no.
So Orpheus is like, so I just walk and she's gonna be with me. Yeah, just walk. She's right with you. All right. Thanks for making me cry, boo. All right, you can go. And so he walks. And all the trials and tribulations he had before, he's walking out out like Hades' hell, and he just get quiet. He just get dumb quiet. He's just hearing his footsteps. He's hearing his heartbeat, and he's like, he's walking.
He's
walking,
like, I fucked
walking.
up.
He's like, he can't hear her voice. He can't hear her footsteps. He can't hear anything. And he's just walking. He's walking. He's like, fuck, I'm about to leave out here. I'm not even too sure she's here. He gets to the gate. Like, he literally is one step from being like, all right, I'm out here with my boo. It's like, we're out here. Yes, we're here.
He turned around.
At the fucking front gate, he turns around. And the first thing he sees is Eurydice. So close on his back. So close. And then they stop. And Eurydice is like, Orpheus. And Orpheus is like, oh shit, Eurydice. And
you fucked up, nigga.
All you see is like Hades' fucking hand just wrapped her whole body and just dragged that shit back down. He was the last person that you meet in the Dante's game that's literally in the last level of hell, just pressed up on the last boss, like Eurydice calling for Eurydice, but he never gets to see her again. And then that's when you have to make the crucial decision. Do you kill him because he turned back around to look at Eurydice? Or do you forgive him and let him like move on with his life?
He ain't moving on. Just kill him. I'm just saying.
So here's the twister, right? And like I really was moved by that story when I was younger. Did you let him live
or did you kill him?
I ended up killing him. And this is here why. So I ended up killing him because...
So the same thing I said.
Right.
Okay.
So because his whole reason for like making this song was to initially bring back spring so that this way they don't have to rely on Persephone in order to like feel spring and summer every day. But at the same time, he worked on his songs. But before he even met Eurydice, he was working on his song. It's just that Eurydice was that muse for him, so I was able to finish it. I think originally he just wanted to prove his point as a demigod that I can make a god cry. And for the fact that Eurydice, you was in my bedroom seeing me working on the next note, and you decided to step outside. You decided to leave me first. You met Hades outside. He took you in. He didn't take you. You took it in. I had time. I was on the first level, and by the time I got to level 4, I'm like, this chick really went with him. You know what I mean? She really chose this dude to keep him safe and provide.
I mean, she saw what he had to offer.
Exactly. A god? Hello, a god?
You write songs. He's ruler of the underworld.
So when he got there and he just proved his point, like, I'm about to make Hades ball on this ukulele. Bang, 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 bang. And so when he proved that he can make a god cry, I think that was all that he needed, because the song was complete. Technically, he didn't need to have Eurydice because he already completed the song. So when he got back on regular grounds, on the human ground, he can bring back like summer and spring. So what did he need Eurydice for?
Companionship.
I mean, but she chose like Hades though.
I mean, that's fine. She got 2 hoes, right?
Right? So, I'm sorry. I went on the whole spiel about Greek mythology with Orpheus and Eurydice only because of her Dante's Inferno. But, yeah.
Sweet dreams are made.
What was that about Straight Man?
I am not to disagree. Yeah, cry.
Travel the world.
I don't think he would cry because of the song. I think he would cry because of me singing. He's like, nah, get out. Take whatever you want. Just leave. Stop singing.
So wait. So do you have a favorite folklore story or like a favorite like mythology that kind of like it's impregnated in your brain that you can't get over?
You have these fucking questions. Like, you can't ask what my favorite color is. No, it's always some like, World Tree Kabbalah type shit.
Not the World Tree Kabbalah.
Like, damn, ask me what my favorite drink is. Nah, it's like what. I really can't think of one. I mean, I know I like Norse mythology over Greek mythology better.
Okay. With the Valkyries.
Yes, and Ragnarok, Zeus.
Oh, sorry, Zeus. Greek mythology.
Odin.
Odin.
The All-Father and the Crow and Ragnarok and so on and so forth.
And Thor.
Yeah.
Loki.
Well,
Silfnir.
Marvel kind of ruined them for me, but because no, but I mean, I guess that whole Ragnarok situation, because it's like, okay, you guys are gods and you're fighting this whole thing and you're living this, but your world is going to be destroyed anyway, because when Ragnarok happens, it's the end of everything. So you're over here going out of your way to stop something that can't be stopped, and what is it that they say? In the end, death comes for us all.
That's the fact.
But no, like this mythology, they had some interesting stories with the Jotunheim, and I think in a way it's a little bit more kind of like not necessarily critical thinking, but kind of like more. There's lessons behind it as opposed to Greek mythology, which is kind of like more imaginative, more artistical, kind of more let your imagination go, as opposed to Norse, which even though there's all this crazy shit happening, there's like deep meaning behind it and like actual lessons. I mean, I could be talking shit right now, but
no.
I think that's a myth, but no, I'm a big fan of Norse mythology. I don't have any one particular. I mean, the Valkyries was kind of cool though.
Yeah, collecting them for Valhalla.
I know. I'm like, can I be a Valkyrie?
Yeah. Oh man, what? You'll be a fierce looking Valkyrie. What?
Listen. I got a crimson and violet outfit too.
Get it?
I'm gonna get me that sword, 2 swords that turn into one long. Exactly.
Lenneth, I should say, from Valkyrie Profile.
I played the first one. The second one was weird.
The third one.
The one for the PS4.
The third one was lit. The third one A Valkyrie profile?
Wait, the one that came out 2 years ago?
No. The one that came out, not that one. Not that one. So there was a Valkyrie profile 1.
And then there was 2.
Part 2, which is kind of weird, like you mentioned before.
And then there was another one after that.
Right.
Which
And
was
so there was
like a spin-off, kind of, sort of,
yeah.
not...
So Valkyrie Profile 3 came out, and when I played that game, the story was so incredibly immaculate. It was like...
That was the one for the PS2.
Right, for the PS2.
Yeah, not if I think it was called.
Holy fucking... The story was French fucking kiss.
Yeah.
And the gameplay was amazing. The story was fantastic.
Was it Lenov? I think
And
it was
you're just kind of like, holy fuck, like, wait, what? And that was the most slept on Valkyrie Profile game.
To me, my Aunt Harry.
Yeah, come to me, my great warriors. Battle awaits us.
I was like, okay, so demure, so you know.
It shall be engraved upon your soul.
Yeah.
Divine salt.
It was Lennon.
Nibelon Valesti.
Oh god, I remember that. And then getting them combos right.
Oh, the combos, yeah.
Was it? Yeah, it was Lennon.
Yeah, Lennon. Oh, I just want to forget them all. Where she went into those poisonous flowers.
Then you had the combo system where you had to like time. Then you had like the guy with the big sword.
Yeah, the big sword. Yeah.
Then I think there was an archer.
The archer and her boyfriend too. Became one of the warriors. Boyfriend when she was like a human.
I think I have it on my beta actually. I'm gonna check it out later.
Yeah. That game. The first one was great. The third one was fantastic. I didn't play the one that was most recently came out for the PS5.
It's boring.
Is it?
It's boring.
Darn, I was gonna buy that game too.
It's very generic action. With just like.
Yo, I'm just like really tired of these producers just shitting on like classics though. You know what I mean?
Or
like
just free remastering or
right. Like for instance, Mass Effect. I fucking love Mass Effect. The first 3 Mass Effects.
How did you feel about Andromeda?
I'm fucking disappointed. Like yo, you just really.
Why does everybody hate Andromeda?
You know why? Because that shit like had like the drawings of fucking Clone Wars, Star Wars, and it's like don't get me wrong, Star Wars, Clone Wars is amazing. That's amazing. But the storyline in which Andromeda was giving wasn't. It wasn't. And then you had like even the ending felt rushed. It felt like, you know, everything had to happen like at that moment, and it was like tying everything so fastly. You didn't have that character development like you did with like let's say Shepard in the first 3 Mass Effects.
But you had 3 whole games, so that's kind of
I know,
unfair.
but
You
and also as well,
too.
you had great production too because you had like A-lister celebrities playing as the voice actors of these of Shepard, not quite Shepard, but Miranda and like other characters, and you know we were spoiled by that. So then when we came across Andromeda, now we kind of like expect that same aesthetic to like transfer over, but they didn't. It didn't pass through. We didn't get the same Laura character. We didn't get the same Krogan character, even though the Krogans were there. So now they're actually coming out, which should be released either this year or next year. Mass Effect, this time they're calling it Mass Effect 4. So that means they're pulling out people from the Mass Effect series. If they fuck this up, done.
They're going to have a problem.
Done deal. There's like, yo, people just going to go pitchforks and knives. It's like,
I didn't hate it and I didn't love it. I finished it. It was okay.
Me too.
But I just wasn't as...
I was disappointed.
It's just people get very passionate about it, and I'm like, oh, okay, like why are we? I know, but still, I was just like, oh, okay, like it was cute.
No,
it was like a
$65.01, $65.01 GameStop for a game.
1 cent.
Yeah, you know that's initially the price when something is $59.99 plus taxes.
Is that before? I was gonna say, is that before after tax?
I know after taxes was $65.01.
Exactly.
But you know we didn't shell out this cash that's supposed to keep me in from going out on a Friday night or Saturday night for like you to give me a shitty story. Like, can I get a good story? RPG, MMORPG, please. I am a vintage gamer. I was there since Atari. Give me what's deserved.
I thought it was okay.
You thought it was okay?
Well, it was like a 5, 6.
Would you play it again?
For shits and giggles, yes, but that's about it.
For shits and giggles?
I guess maybe if the other one came out, just to kind of like revisit and you know how when they have a series
Mm-hmm.
and like one game comes out 20 years later and you're like, crap, let me go play the first one all over again. So that way
Yeah.
there's some kind of here. Unless you're a big fan and you remember everything that happened. Because I'm like, wait, what led up to this point again? Like, let me go back and play Dragon Age 1, 2, and then be fun. Like, oh, okay, that's where he's from. Oh, it all makes sense now.
So we mentioned before from the last episode, in regards to like Chrono Cross and Chrono Trigger, which one did you like? Did you prefer both of them equally the same, or did you have one more than the other?
So I didn't play either.
You've never played Chrono Cross or Chrono
No.
Trigger, so how do you know how to use that reference then?
Because I read the script for. I read the script for the game. I did not play.
Oh, Dexter.
Actually, no. I played it for 10 minutes and then I put it down because when I was playing it, I was playing it on an emulator on the PC. But
PC.
I read the script. I did not play the game. Don't ask me why at that point in time.
Would you play it again?
I will give it a try. But then there was too many fucking RPGs at that point in time.
There was.
Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, Parasite Eve, Brave Fencer Musashi.
Brave Fencer Musashi, there was Breath of Fire.
The dragon, the one from the DBC guy.
Dragon something, Dragon Quest,
yeah. Something or other.
We had a lot of RPGs.
All the Atlas shit, then all
Persona.
the Tri-A's, yeah.
For sure.
Like, this is. I can't follow every single thing. The other one.
Did you ever play the Xenogears and Xenosaga series? So Xenogears was first.
Yes.
Which led to the
and
Xenosaga.
Xenosaga is a spiritual successor.
Right.
Successor, not sex.
Sex. They would play Xeno.
$2,000.
Yes.
For the original. I'm like,
yeah.
Oof, good thing I played it and I had it and then I sold it to GameStop because. I was broke and unemployed.
Yo, GameStop low key have a lot of money if they have like all the originals though. If anybody have the original Valkyrie profile or even Xenogears, ching.
That is, but then it also depends if they can offload them. Because if you have this merchandise that's worth and you can't sell it, then you're just sitting on, that merch. Because they tried. Shit, they were over here selling like PlayStation 1 games for like $120.
Okay.
Like, no.
Can we talk about those Sega Saturn games though?
The original, the bootlegs.
No, the original. If you try to sell, if anybody has like a Dragon Force for the Sega Saturn, and you try to sell that bad boy is like easily $450, if not more.
The only good thing about the Sega Saturn was Marvel vs. Capcom.
Gonna take you for a ride.
Basically, I didn't own a Saturn. My friend had one.
Yeah.
And it was the most weirdest thing.
It was like the Sega CD, but it's like
when it came out, it was unique.
CD.
It connected to the internet. It was boxy. Then it had the controller. Then it had the little Tamagotchi shit that connected to the controller. Facts. And it had a lot going on, but it was cool. But it just wasn't. Sega did a bad job at supporting it. They're great at software and so on, but they were bad at supporting the actual console, and it didn't do good.
Yeah, which kind of like makes sense why they had to join up with Nintendo at the end of it all.
Well,
to be
you
like,
think
let's
about
join forces.
PlayStation was kind of like what resulted from.
Right.
I guess the Sega. Well, the PS5 now, whatever what you want to say, the 432, whatever, is what the. I guess eventually the Sega Saturn would have evolved into. I mean, because you got to consider it had like its own online service and everything. Facts. That shit was like top notch. It was like the Vita. The Vita was ahead of its time, but it wasn't. Once again, Sony and their bullshit. They didn't support the hardware, and eventually, same thing with the PSP as well.
Oh, the PSP was so great.
The PSP has some good. Games.
I must have played the PSP more often than I do today with my Nintendo Switch. Don't get me wrong, there's great selections on the Nintendo Switch, but I wasn't hard hitting it like I was with the PSP.
Oh, because the Switch has an intended audience.
Yeah.
And the same audience is the audience that'll buy like the same Mario Party every year. They're like, you know what? I'm going to say it. They're like iPhone people. Every year when your iPhone comes out, you trade in the old one. It's the same thing with Switch and Nintendo people. It's like, what, Mario Party 20? And all they did was add like maybe 2 new features and that's it. Like, no. Yeah. Like, I get it. Simple works. But at the same time, there's no innovation. But
Right,
then
we need
again, that's what
stories,
Nintendo
yo.
is known for. They stick to what works for them, and
Yeah, it's just
maybe
playing it
here and
safe.
there they might throw in a new whatever. But for the most part, they stick to what they know and don't
Right,
sway from it. But then again, when you're 80% of your market is mostly little kids and so on and so forth.
that part.
Plus, they also like someone the fuck out of everyone.
Yep. Is Xbox still relevant?
Let's not talk about
I
that.
mean, it's like at this point in time, it's like Xbox is kind of like the new age Dreamcast.
Yeah. Phil Spencer. I liked it better when Major Nelson was in charge.
Yes, for sure.
Way back in the glory days of the 360. Phil Spencer, just they're trying, but it's gonna end up just like
You know
the
what? I have to
Dreamcast.
say, for one thing for sure, for the Xbox game will always be number one for is their sports game. It's a sports console, so if you have any type of like NFL or NBA or any type of sports video game, Xbox is number one.
Well, they're ported from PC,
Right.
So.
And there's only but so much of Master Chief's nuts you can hang on with Halo.
I mean,
Halo.
after Bungie stopped making them, it wasn't
Right.
the same.
And it's like this is not gonna last for you guys.
And we
And-
already saw what they did with Destiny. Ugh.
Oh my god, Destiny.
God damn it, Bungie.
You're a Destiny player though,
This
right?
one's for you, Kingdom. What? Yes. I was.
You was. I'm a Final Fantasy 14 guy.
I haven't turned that shit on in forever.
Really? I heard the last patch was actually pretty good.
14 or Destiny?
Destiny.
Bungie keeps... it needs to die.
You said it
It
needs to die. Like Final Fantasy?
It just needs
no,
to
not like
die.
Final Fantasy. I love Final Fantasy.
Like they stuck to their 10-year idea that
Okay.
they had. It just needs to die, and they need
You know
to
they're not
let
letting
it
it
go.
go. They can't.
Because very rarely, like for example, Warframe is a game that is fucking old.
Right. And it's
But
still pulling.
somehow it still managed to stay relevant, even
Right.
though if you play it, you can tell how outdated it is.
Absolutely.
And when it came out, somehow it still finds a way to stay relevant. I don't even know if people still play DC Universe.
Yeah.
online.
I don't know
like,
what's the allure with the DC
I-
universe.
I
didn't even try. I just watched it and I'm like, I'm not doing this.
For shits and giggles, I tried it and I was like, bro, no, this is some like 1980 Mystic
Okay.
shit. I'm like, no. So, but
Just like Minecraft.
yeah.
Like what's the allure to Minecraft? Like it's given
what?
like a 8-bit theater type graphics.
Minecraft I played for a little while, but then I played Power World, and the whole survival building shit kind of got to me. But then again, to be fair, when I play like MMOs and RPGs or whatever, I'm a crafter at heart, so I'll be that one person running around collecting everything
Just to craft.
and making the nice furniture
Right.
and the custom made
Oh,
weapons.
you would love Final Fantasy 14
with the custom made, mods and this and that. So Minecraft I didn't see, but then when I started playing Power World, I was like, I can, to some people I can see how, because of the whole creativity, so on and so forth.
Right.
I cannot deal with the pixelated 8-bit shit. I think I was playing some retro game from somewhere. It was in the PlayStation Plus library.
Okay.
I was like, this is what we considered like HD at that point. I was like, bruh, like no, it was like move up, down, left, right, A, B, and that was it. I was like, we come a long fucking way.
Listen, Ghouls and Ghosts. That's what I gotta say. If anybody was back in the day of Sega, or even
Sega?
Contra, Sega, right?
Sega.
Sega.
Oh, no.
Sega uppercut. That's Tiger
That
uppercut. I
cheesy
know.
bastard.
I know. I
remember
fucking
him.
hate Sega.
Tiger,
Like
Tiger.
Tiger.
Like, sorry, you're gonna do anything else
uppercut.
besides
Sorry.
that?
Tiger. And he always stayed at the end of the stage. Fucking Saget.
Yes.
Saget stayed at the end of the stage. Tiger uppercut. And the second that you catch him in the corner, like, oh, I'm gonna murk you now, motherfucker.
The only person I was able to beat him with was Chun-Li.
The gays love Chun-Li. Can I say that?
Because she,
And Ryu.
the animation with her in the overhead kind of like bypassed his. Yeah, the only way I could beat him was with Chun-Li. Then I had to die to Bison and use somebody else.
Bison really got it. Yo, Bison back when we was playing it on the Super Nintendo,
otherwise known as Vega in Japan.
Right, Vega Japan.
I was like, what?
Like Bison, I was just kind of super confusing. But Bison on the Super Nintendo was super harder than the Bison today. Like, you know, a lot of people can play like the Street Fighter that we played back on the Super Nintendo.
Because he switched it up real quick.
Right.
He went from the spinning to the kick to the up and down to the. I'm like, sir,
I played Street Fighter recently, and I was like, oh shit, Bison's about to catch these hands. And Bison was a piece of fucking cake. I was like, this was not like this when I was younger. When I was younger, yo, this was like you sat down for 30 minutes and you couldn't even continue. It's like after a certain amount, game over. That's it.
Had plans for the rest of the night because Bison was gonna make sure you went nowhere.
Right. It's like, oh shit, you gotta start from the beginning. Fight Ryu, fight Blanca. Like
and then Dashim, you go fire, you go flame.
Yo, the games that we played when we were growing up, the games that we played taught us patience. Taught us that, you know what, you're gonna fuck up, you're gonna lose, and you're gonna start from the beginning. But guess what? You're gonna keep it going till you finish this
until you finish. You know what I kinda sorta want them to bring back? And not a remake, but like an actual full-fledged like 2025 version.
Okay.
Bloody Roar.
Oh, Bloody Roar was actually really good. Yeah, I want that. And I think they did Golden Axe already. I'm not too sure.
I think they made
Streets of Rage. That I do.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, but Golden Axe wasn't Golden Axe. It was
what was it called? Something else?
Version, it wasn't officially licensed by by Sega, whatever. So
right,
it for all intent purposes, it was and everything but the name, because obviously Sega didn't make it, but they did make. But no, I remember Bloody Roar.
Oh, and remember Altered Beast, Power Up, like do.
Rival Schools.
Rivals. Yo, you couldn't tell me nothing with Shoma, son.
The two.
When I got Shoma, that's it. I don't care if you got Batsu. I'm gonna show me your ass. Oh, my back. Yeah, go ahead.
The 2-disc version that came with the mini games and the baseball.
Yes, I really love the mini games.
They need to that and Power Stone also.
Power Stone. They had that one character that was practically a Dragon Ball Z character. I forgot his name.
Capcom made some good game back in the day.
No, they really did. Capcom really did. It's just that they it's not as stressful as it was back when we grew up.
No,
right, because like when we grew up,
exactly. Heavy hitters, Resident Evil.
Yo, kids today that plays video games ain't shit.
Don't know.
No offense. I'm pretty sure you guys are like masters at your video game. But we grew up where you had 3 lives and that was it. You start over from the beginning and we played.
You had a D-pad, 2 buttons,
D-pad, and then we got fancy with the L and R button with Super Nintendo. Then eventually
we upgraded.
Right.
And then
you guys are coming in with the PS4 and 5s and you guys are playing like, I don't know, someone's Elden Ring saying this shit's hard, yo, and like any type of like Bloodborne type games and swearing that you're the shit. Like, nah, you're the shit. Play Ghouls and Ghosts. I want you to play from the first stage all the way to the end, and don't continue. You the shit with your Elden Ring, Bloodborne type games, and let me know how good you are.
You remember the GameCube controller?
Oh, that was the first confusing controller for us. It had that little analog in the middle,
and then the thing at the bottom. I was like, "What?"
And the Z button in the back. We're like, the
Nintendo 64 also had the same layout as well. I think. I was like, "What is all this? What the?"
Right. It's like, how am I supposed to? Especially when you was playing Mario, you're like, the Z button. Where's the Z button?
I'm like, it's a Gundam. This is so growing a gun. I was like, no. Like, what is going on here? And then eventually they just kind of stuck to the standard pad trigger.
By the way, plug-in. There was a Gundam Takes Over Times Square event today
for GU and XX.
Yeah.
U and XX.
Yeah.
I don't know how you say it. Gunx. I gotta watch it. It's on Netflix. It's the new series. The Hideaki Anno, which is the guy who did Evangelion.
Sorry. Yeah.
Was involved heavily with the making of this one, which is the only reason why I'm watching it.
Nice. Are you a fan of the Gundam series?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I started off with... I didn't start with the original. I started off with Wing. On Toonami, just like everybody else.
Listen, Adult Swim? Yeah. You know they bring it back Adult Swim, right?
I didn't miss them. They need to bring back Toonami.
Yeah, they need to bring back Toonami.
Those commercials used to slap.
Yo, seriously.
magical girls.
Seriously.
Like these commercials be like,
Yeah.
Kenshin Jimamura will soon discover his and had the cuts and all. I'm like, oh, shit.
Oh my gosh, remember that?
Saturdays at 11, only on Toonami. I'm like, oh.
Did you ever play the video game called Magic Knight Rares?
Yes.
I love that video game. What? It's like, yeah, that was one of my favorite RPGs for the Sega Saturn back in the day.
It reminds me of, what was it? Dragon, Lancer, Dragoon, whatever. The one where you
Oh,
where you...
yes, The Legend of the Dragoon.
No,
Not Legend of the Dragoon? Which one?
You literally flew in a dragon and you battled other dragons.
Dragon Guard.
Is it Dragon Guard?
Yeah, it has to be Dragon Guard. Yo, which
Legend of Dragoon, I remember.
Yeah, so Dragon Guard actually, surprisingly, it leads up to the Nier series. Did you know
I was
that?
gonna say, wasn't that part of the?
So yeah, it ties into the Nier series. So
was it Yoko Taro?
Right. So if you play Dragon Guard to the point to like, let's say for instance, the first one, I believe it ended where if you did all the endings, which sadly I was one of those gamers that had to see all the endings. I was dedicated to the cause. So and each one got worse. The best ending was the first ending in Dragon Guard. But if you want to go down that fucking rabbit hole, that fucking Alice in Wonderland shit, you're gonna come up to the very final ending where it takes place in Tokyo and you're fighting the last boss in Tokyo, trying to just destroy the shit. And so when you kill the dragon in Tokyo, guess what happened to your main character in the dragon? You get missiled down by M16s, like boom, boom, and they kill you. And so that in alone kind of like sprung up with the Nier series with the whole disease spreading, and it became what it is. Nier's another very good video game as well.
Automata was a good one.
Yeah.
There was one that came out before that one, technically. Then they had the mobile one, which only lasted like I think 2 years.
Are mobile games like I would love a reference, but are there any great mobile games that's like it's a slap? Like I'll play this.
That are not gotchas.
Right, that's not gotchas. That's like, okay, I really want this item piece. So who needs to eat dinner tomorrow?
All of my mobile games are. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you right. I have them all listed as do not play. Even
Actually, you know what? I have to say the most recent Final Fantasy mobile game. That was actually pretty
War
good.
of the Lions?
Yeah.
They're shutting it down.
No way, are they?
April 25th.
That one had a pretty good storyline.
They always do that, though.
Yeah.
They shut down that. The one before that, Brave SBS, whatever.
That one was really good.
Nier Reincarnation, they shut it down, too. I have fake granddaughter. Everybody knows I have fake granddaughter. Everybody knows that. Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, Fallout Shelter, Monster Hunter Now. They made the Mario Kart game, which came out like 2 days ago. Don't judge me.
What? No judging.
I'm a pretty girl.
That's right.
I'm a pretty magical girl.
That's right.
And Pokemon Go are pretty much the main kind of.
And Sniffies.
Sniffies is not a game.
I mean, but seriously, though.
What am I catching on Sniffies besides an STD?
An STI.
STI, or probably someone stealing my shit.
Have anybody stole your pictures and made it their own?
No, I'm not that pretty.
Have anybody taking your pictures and catfish? That happened to me one time, but it was very short-lived.
Catfish using your picture.
Yeah, very short-lived. They only had that one ass picture, and it's funny because it was like hitting up one of my friends, and my friend was like, "Yo, is this you? Are you on Grindr?" I'm like, "No."
Can you imagine?
I'm not on Grindr.
It's the fact that the friend recognized it, hit you up.
I mean, let's listen. Like I said before, everyone's since 2001. Everyone saw my ass. Like, if you haven't seen my ass, then kudos. So it's like, is this your ass? It's like, is this you? It's like, no, that's not me. I don't have Grindr.
I don't do that. Yeah. I'm a lady.
Yeah, and then when it's funny because when I confronted the I guess the catfish bottom that was using my ass pics, I was like, all right, buddy, it's time to cut down the chase.
What did they say?
They blocked me. They blocked me. These bitches.
I mean,
I was like, okay, that should be.
I don't think it would have ended any other possible way. What was he gonna say? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do it again.
It's like, oh, you caught me. You know, I'm not gonna share your ass pictures anymore. So it was me, the actual person, and they just blocked me, and so I had to ask.
I think that was the best.
Everybody who was using Grindr or hopefully using Grindr, so could you do me a favor? If you see somebody using my ass pics, could you please just report them and say that it's not me? Well, eventually it was, like I said, it was short lived. So
I had never been.
A couple of months, the dude was like taken down.
I've had 6 catfishes in my whole entire 44 years of existence.
Oh, like they honey bait you?
They were not who they said they were, or they were not who they. And that's the funny part, was that 2 of them, I don't understand why, when they were actually better looking than the pictures they presented, and the other 4 weren't that bad. So I was like, why, like, you know, like, you're an 8 out of 10. Why are you people, I guess.
I mean, I guess I kind of was expecting them to look like Quasimodo and a hunchback, and you know what I mean?
You like, know who had to happen to a lot? Teddy.
Yes.
Teddy had to happen to him a lot.
But you know,
especially on Tagged and all the other ones. Right. I remember I went with him to Brooklyn to go meet up something. It turned out to be like this 5'4".
No, leprechaun.
Yes, 5'4". What's the name of that chick?
Which one?
The orange-headed one that used to be famous, but now everybody hates her because of something with her friend. And she
are you talking about Kathy Griffin?
No, she's a rapper.
Little Kim?
She looks like a fucking child, but she got a big booty.
Ice Spice.
Yes.
Okay.
So some 5'4" Ice Spice looking femme Puerto Rican thing. Now you know Teddy was heartbroken.
Of course.
Teddy turned the fuck away. He said hell to the motherfucking no and got right back on the bus.
Wow. But you know what? The one thing I love the most about Teddy showed me that, or he just proved that, you know what? Just love who you are. Just work with what you got. Because he wasn't the most endowed.
I don't want to talk about that.
I'm sorry.
No.
Change the subject. We already. I'm Teddy, we love you. Like, if you're listening to this.
Because I remember we didn't have an argument.
Right.
It was more of a discussion.
Okay.
And it just escalated.
Okay.
And then I told him that the only reason why people keep coming back because it's straight out prostate stimulation. It's not because you're putting in the work, so on and so forth. Right. You're pretty much an easy prostate stimulator. That's the only reason why all these bottoms come back to you. Yeah. It's not because of anything else. It's so
it hits the spot.
So we had that discussion. It wasn't my best moment, but he kind of cornered me, and not really cornered me, but it just got to the point where, like, I had to defend myself, and that was the best ammunition I had at that point in time, because he went through a little streak where, like, bless his heart, but he really thought he was the shit, and I'm like, sir, and it just kind of led to that conversation, and I think that was one of the last times I ever oops.
But I mean, like I said, he worked with what he got, and he did his thing. And he's like I said, process stimulator. Hey, do you want to curious about how it would feel like if it was between your cheeks? It did a job. Well, it was presented.
Did it tickle you?
It was presented.
Did it tickle you?
It did what it had to do.
Did it go past the butt cheeks?
Nah.
I kind of figured. That was my. I don't want to hear the details. I just want to know if it went past the butt. Did it actually penetrate and go inside?
Okay. So for those that's curious about bottoms, there's 2 holes to us. So there is the initial first, and then there's the sphincter. The enjoying part for most bottoms when they meet with somebody that's average size to endowed is that it passes the sphincter and penetrates to, like, the amazing world of everything that's bottoming, while rubbing, of course, the prostate, which is introductory in the entrance. So Teddy's case is that it didn't know what the sphincter was.
I think it was like, what, 2 inches?
It knew the prostate. It hit the prostate. every male's prostate is a little bit different in locations, but generally, it's right there on entrance bottom. But once
It's just more the fact because you're big booty.
right, I'm big bootied, so it's like
so one of your butt cheeks is literally
exactly.
bigger
So
than his.
it's like
That's
exactly.
not that we're hating
No,
on
we're not
smaller
size
endowed.
queens. We're
It's just
not
this one
size
person in
queens.
particular. That's all.
Right. We're not size queens. You got what you're working with and what God gave you. You know what?
I mean, obviously he was doing something right because he had them all.
Listen,
like I said,
falling in
prostate
love with him,
stimulation.
falling in love, saying, "Oh my God, you're the one."
Because he was a thug.
Come on.
He was a thug. That's what it was. They loved that whole thug thing situation. Rashid, let's be honest.
Okay.
Nothing against them, and
Nothing against them.
We're gonna have to
love
end
them.
this soon because
Yeah.
we're like at 1:13.
Yeah.
You had no job. You were living with your family.
Mm-hmm.
You at that point in time you had nothing going on, and then he had that whole South Bronx vibe to him. So he had swagger and he had that. So basically, because then if you look at the people he was with, they fit a certain type and they fit a certain pattern, which was they love them thugs. And he scratched off every,
the scratch card,
he used to slap him around. He used to be like, "Nah, I'll call you when I called you, blah, 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 blah." And they loved that shit. So they, committed to that. And that's kind of what did it for them. Because I know, sure as hell.
But his husband's very lovely, though. He's married now.
The second one or the first one?
his most recent husband.
I'm not attacking anybody. I'm just speaking on facts.
His recent husband, I never met him. I wanted to meet him. I remember speaking with Teddy to see if it's like possible I can come over and just kind of like just like catch up with times with him. One of the things that he mentioned off the bat was that they're in an open relationship. It's like
I wouldn't see anything else.
Yeah, I'm well versed in polygamy, so it's like I don't mind. I'm not trying to intervene. I just want to make sure you're okay. Just like kind of meet up with you.
Is it polygamy though?
When it's technically, if it's open, yes.
Because what if you're not really like seeing other people? You just leave it as open.
Well, it's still a sense of polygamy because like you're still involved with other human beings outside of the relationships. And so, in which case, it's kind of like they have a term called vessel, where they're just like, this person here. And in an open relationship, you do, if you have made a contract agreement to like, listen, I don't mind you sleeping with other people. Just let me know who it is and let me know what you're getting into. There's boundaries, of course. No kissing or whatever the boundaries are. Make sure you respect it. No catching feelings. I mean, if you can't.
No, that's not catching feelings.
I mean, it's not
non-negotiable. Non-negotiable.
Right. No, but that's, polygamy is like you're going to catch feelings. There is something that somebody is going to provide more than what I cannot provide for you in this relationship. But not say don't catch feelings, but if you are having feelings to the point that you have to leave the relationship, then give me at least the courtesy. Let me know that you're planning to move on with somebody, and we can let bygones be bygones. I perfectly understand that, but please no kissing. Please don't let them. Even with penetration, don't penetrate them, or don't let yourself be penetrated, and just keep it oral. It all depends on what is the comfortability for both partners. So in this case, yes, they were open. So I'm not too sure what their contract was. So yes, they're in an open polygamy relationship. And then I'm pretty sure like they got involved with like whoever partners they was messing with, but yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Okay, because it was Bud, then the Puerto Rican, or the Puerto Rican, then Bud. I forgot the order. Then after that, it was someone else after that. And then after that, it was the husband, which is the current husband, I think. Yeah.
So this husband, so he's like he's taller than Teddy. Well,
everybody's taller than Teddy.
I'll say like he's a little bit of it on the introvert side, just based off of the picture reading, and just like just does work, and he loves Teddy, though he's not really like a
small tiny twink.
He's small, but he's more.
The lines are connecting.
But you know what?
The lines are connecting, sir. The lines are connecting.
But what I find to be really interesting is that he's more on the top side and he's a bottom, and Teddy, as we both know, is a top. So it's like he's a verse top. So he preferred the top more than bottom. So I was like, how does that work? And plus, he's way, of course, according to Teddy, if you don't mind me sharing, it's like he's a little bit more than Teddy is.
I mean, everybody's.
Yeah, I mean, Be nice.
What's that? I don't know what that is. Listen, I'm speaking on the facts, though. Like I said, I have nothing against, but that's like me going against someone who's 6'8". Like, sir, I'm 6'4". You 6'8". Like, I know my place. I'm 6'4". It's okay. Like, you go 6'8" all you want. I'm not gonna walk in there and be like, no, my place.
Unless I'm Wolverine and I got some claws, exactly, I'm like, not gonna flex on you.
Listen, I know what works for me. I know what. Like, I'm gonna stick to what I know. Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to, like my little brother says all the time.
Fun fact: Wolverine is an Aquarius. Did you know that? Would make sense, actually.
I mean, I
Rebel and everything.
I'm not familiar with Aquariuses. Leos, yes. Libras, yes. Gemini, fuck them.
We can both agree on that. Not all Geminis, but my ex-husband.
Fuck all Geminis.
My ex-husband was a Gemini, and
fuck
I'm like,
Geminis.
I was like, this is supposed to be my compatible astrology sign. It's like, fuck out of here, yo.
Gemini, Sagittarius, that is a lie.
Yeah, I was like, Geminis?
You know what? Let me correct myself.
Mm.
For anything other than a serious committed relationship, yes. Gemini and Sagittarius are compatible.
Okay.
But in a serious monogamous relationship, no. It is a recipe for disaster. Mainly because there's no boundaries and there's no lines.
Can we just say that like Geminis are just like habitual like line steppers? It's like if you set up a boundary with a Gemini, they're like, what's that shit? And just step over it. Like, screw your line. I'm in your face. And that's like one of the things in my last marriage that was like, listen, I set up a boundary. Don't do this. Don't do that. And also just respect X, Y, and Z. He's like, well, you have a boundary? Let me break that shit. You have a boundary?
And then the 180 and
what?
try to spin it and be like, oh, but you said that.
Oh, but exactly. Oh, but you know, you didn't specify.
Like I said, for Sagittarius and Geminis in an actual relationship, no. Yeah. Everything else, yes, they make excellent cheaters, but when it comes to cheating and having affairs, perfect. The most wonderful boom compatibility ever. For everything else, no. And I speak from experience when I
have to say it though.
Yeah, I'm talking about him. If you know, you know.
I really, really am infatuated with Aries. I don't know what it is.
Why?
Fucking Aries do it for me.
No, it was Virgos, not Aries.
Aries for me is like, shit, you guys are like, no filter in action. Let's do this right here, right now. Let's do this.
Are we talking about like Aries in the bedroom?
No. We're talking about Aries in general. Aries is like, if they have like a plan, you can't stop an Aries saying how, oh yeah, maybe we should like see our finances and making sure we have enough. No, they're like, fuck that. We have enough right now. Let's go. And they just like on action. Pisces. I have a love and hate relationship with Pisces. Like, I'm well versed with the emotional aspect of Pisces, but at the same time, it's like, you know, there's like, oh, is that okay? Is that okay?
Or like my friend Nikki
like
says,
Beaker.
He calls them feces.
Oh, why Pisces are feces?
Because he's Dutch.
Because he's Dutch?
So his pronunciation of
English.
So he's like, you mean feces? I'm like, wait, what?
No, Pisces.
I'm like, you mean Pisces? He's like, yeah, feces. I'm like, oh, Pisces, right? He's like, no, feces. You know, the astrological sign. I'm like, you do know what feces means in America, right? He's like, no, the astrological sign. I went with that. I'm like, oh, okay, no problem. No problem at all, sir. I got you. Oh no, we are over.
Oh, you want to close this out first?
Yes, we're gonna close this because these episodes get longer and longer. Yes, for our viewership.
Okay.
You know what? You could do the closing statements.
Okay. Well, thank you for tuning in to the Be Responsible podcast with your host with the most, Dexter, along with the co-host here, Ra the Razara, and we'll see you on the next episode, in episode 3.
Otherwise known as the Sniffy's therapist.
Also known as
your nickname from
the Sniffy's therapist.
Just remember, if you see that double wide chub gamer bottom, and that's
this ass.